Never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
You had a baby?
Wow. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eddie, and I'm back at it again with another video. Back at it again. Back at it again. Back at it again with another gaming video. So I'm back here playing part 2 of What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, the last time we left off was when we looked at the story of Walter and how he was in the basement for 30 years, and the time he finally got out of the basement, he died. And if you want to know what happened with the other people, I suggest you watch part 1 of this video. So before I continue this video, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the bell icon as well so you'll be notified when I post a new video on my channel, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at EddieBone01. And now let's get on with the video.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
From Walter? How?
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like
Ooh.
Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
That's some scary stuff, because say if you were living in your house for like, I don't know, for like 17 years, and throughout those 17 years you never knew that you had somebody living under the house that's related to you. Ain't that scary?
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
What did she land on?
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe
The second.
two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh, he died right here.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's
I
worth.
thought this thing moving right here was a person that was walking by. I was about to scrap. I just wish they, I wish I was able to run in this game, because all this walking slow is tiring me out. What's that over there?
And when you look at the house, it had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
Okay, Edith, I see you got your nose dead.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
And that's sad.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Wow.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but The pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
How? What you did? You overfed them? Lucy, Daisy, Charlie, Coco, Zoe, Tucker, Derpy, Junior, Derpy, Burpy, Chirpy, Kirpy, Lurpy, Zerpy.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Wow, so these are the Finches. Molly Finch, born December 11th, 1937 and died December 13th, 1947. Calvin Finch, born April 25th, 1950, died September 23rd, 1961. Sven Finch, Edie Finch, Walter Finch, and Barbara Finch. Oh, they got Barbara wanted to be a star. What's that? Oh, I guess he wanted to be outside. Edie likes stories. Sven probably cut himself. Calvin, he always wanted to fly. And Molly was a cat. I don't know. Molly's story is still confusing to me.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Wow.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
But what is that over there? And why is it glowing red?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gus Finch, Sam Finch, Gregory Finch. My God.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Sanjay Kumar. Lewis Finch. Oh, so Sanjay is not part of the Finches, because this person got a different last name than him. Interesting.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
You had a baby?
Wow. Somebody broke her ankles loose.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Wait. Ain't Edith 17? And she had a baby? She was a teenage mother? I mean, nothing wrong being a teenage mother, but
They were both pretty intense.
that just caught me off guard. Oh, so maybe Stamp story.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
What? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
It's too early, Dad. Okay.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the
Ooh,
damn
watch your mouth.
Hey,
Exactly.
language.
I will never forget this weekend,
But yet you're
Dad.
reading.
That's the spirit. Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Oh, I'm liking this music. One picture of this bird. Do not fly away.
Aw.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Who else?
Nothing quite like being outside.
Ew, I want to take a picture.
Hold still while I take
Ew.
a picture of you.
I definitely... Hey!
That's a keeper.
Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make
Yeah.
you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
I know the song make me want to chill out. So I'm guessing Dawn is Edith's mother. I'm guessing.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Oh, I guess he getting tired of me taking pictures of him.
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
I'm just taking pictures of anything at this point.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad,
Oh, she got a gun.
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your...
Edith's mothers don't play.
Let me get behind you.
do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Let me take a picture of that.
Great
Wow.
shot, Dawn!
What are you crying for? What is... Wait. Oh.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
How you shot the thing and get sad that you shot it? Like... Oh, I'm moving him.
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Okay, wait, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
still...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad! Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Wow. The stuff that this family going through is like some Final Destination type of stuff. As well as the likelihood that the deer's gonna go wake back up and knock him off the ledge. So Sam is Edith's grandfather. Dawn is Edith's mother. Got it.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Now who's Gregory? Oh my god, that's just a little baby. He was only 1 year old when he died. Divorce contract.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw
I'm the
things that us kids
baby.
don't.
Hey, what am I supposed to do? Oh. He probably drowned.
That time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Wee.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
Get that. Get that.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw.
Bet you can go around this sinkhole. Woo! Wee! Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just jumping around everywhere. Whee! I must get that well, I think.
It sure made him happy.
Whoa.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
What did Gregory did that made him die so young?
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us
Oh, he drowned.
about the world he saw.
Super freaking frog drowned him.
Hey, there's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too.
Gregory seen the light.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Poor little baby.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Oh,
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
so Gregory was her mother brother.
I can't imagine what it was like for her to lose 2 sons after she'd already lost 2 brothers.
So Gregory was her son, or was it her brother?
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, Sanjay is her father. Wait, so if Sanjay her father, why should they got Sanjay last name? Why she had to get her mother last name?
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus,
Now who's Gus?
who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
So Gus must be Don's brother.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce
Try to talk to him.
husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Gus?
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Gus, I think it's time for you to go back inside. It's getting a little windy and rainy.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. And all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I'm causing a ruckus. I'm causing a ruckus. Ooh.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and the foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
See, Gus, you should have listened. You should have went inside.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
So we need Lewis, Milton, Dawn, Edith, and Odin. So Dawn was her mother. She must have had a brother named Gus and a brother named Gregory. Both of them died. But Dawn fell in love with a guy named Sanjay, which is Edith's father. But I'm confused as to why Edith doesn't have her father's last name. Because his last name is not a Finch.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
So Edith got a brother named Lewis. Well, had a brother named Lewis, I think.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
And her father died? How he died?
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
Oh man.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Oh, so Milton didn't die. Okay. So me and him might be the only one that's alive. How can I rhyme? He didn't die. Me and him is the only one that left alive. That's not work. That don't rhyme.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
I applaud people that do this because I bet you this take a whole bunch of time out of your day to get that done, to get this done. Wait, so
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
he never died. He disappeared. Yeah, he probably said, I'm tired of this cursed family. I'm leaving.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Oh, so that's who still sealed the doors. It was her mother. Dang, her family been through a lot.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
And he's just giving us stories back to back to back to back.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
Poor fish. Alright.
But he withdrew part of himself.
He'll get his hand chopped.
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
Mom began to what?
wander.
Oh. So I'm controlling two things at once?
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
I got control
Then something moved.
both of these at the same time.
Bats
Bats.
and toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head,
More fish's heads getting chopped off.
but he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
A cigarette.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Then what happened?
He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
I gotta chill with all of that.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Lewis is on a different type of high right now.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. and he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery, but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet,
I just realized that the thing's getting bigger.
were all in his imagination,
His imagination getting bigger.
so he could do whatever he wished.
I wish these fish stopped getting in my way.
He held an election for mayor, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
What in the world? Fish? What the way?
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Move on. Oh God, I'm tired of these.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Got to go home.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
This guy's just hitting something.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
Wait. How can a queen be handsome? How can a prince be beautiful? Oh, let's go for the beautiful queen. Handsome queen.
handsome queen.
That's weird.
The queen was on her own quest for
Radiant rainbows.
radiant rainbows.
Oh.
He followed the sound of her
Silver Harp. That sounds very queenish
harp.
to play. Well, it's like a Vanessa Hudgens song at first.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
If another fish pop up on my screen while I'm trying to progress to what this guy is doing, get up out of here.
He knew the world was all
What
in
in
his
the-
imagination.
And more is coming.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Sorry.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping
Ooh.
salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
This story is very, very weird. It's more weirder than Molly's.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Am I done cutting up fish? Okay. That was a Nintendo Switch.
You began to forget the world we know.
Every story feels like a different type of game.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Look at all this meat. Look at all this blood on this floor. Don't step in it. Watch your step.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Wait, a football player now? Lewis, wake up. I said Lewis. His name is Lewis, right? Well, Finch, wake up. You're not chopping nothing. The fishes is still here. Guy in his own little world.
I still thought I could save him.
He ain't doing no work. He should have got fired. Look at him. What is he doing?
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Look at all this meat. Look at all this fish.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel so welcome, so loved. Get it.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Why don't they have any facial features?
His queen waited, holding his crown.
The queen got a big old booty. It's bam, it's like sticking out.
There was only one thing left to do.
The queen is kind of thick. She got thickum.
Bend down his head.
I'm gonna get my head chopped off. No. No. I'm gonna get my head chopped off.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
That's a shame. At least we know what happened to Lewis.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
That's her brother. So we just need to know what happened to Edie, Dawn, and Odin. So Milton and Lewis are brothers to Edith. Right? Think so. And Gus and Gregory were Dawn was her mother brothers. And Sam was her father.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
The mother been tired of watching everybody die in this family.
I wish we'd stayed.
Why? So you can die too?
But I understand why we left.
Everybody in this family is dying in this house.
My mom ended up leaving everything.
I don't blame her. All that heavy burden.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now was to tell you about that last night.
The last night. Oh, it's my story. Take your shoes off the bed. You know that walking around? Got your shoes all soggy and wet. Take your shoes off.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
Poor Edie.
Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Uh-oh. The mother like, listen here, Edie.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
The mother like, listen here, Edie. We all are leaving, whether you like it or not.
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
I should take him to the nursing home.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things.
Everybody's seeing things at this point.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Oh, I'm at the thing where I was questioning what that thing was from in the ocean. I'm here. What?
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Let go, mother. Let go, mother. She ripped the book.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Grandma again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Where she went?
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot.
She probably had cancer.
The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Wow.
And then I was alone.
This is so sad.
The last Finch left alive.
Well, Walton.
Until I found out about you.
Me? I ain't a Finch.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Do not put that on me. I'm not a Finch.
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Eyes are open. Open wide.
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you.
What in the world? What?
And tell you all these stories myself.
What is it like? I'm in the Ubisoft logo.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Okay. Yo, it didn't work out this way. No, it didn't work.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
That was her son. Edith is dead. No, Edith died. Oh my God. No. Edith died. Who was Shirley Dallas? Oh God. Some people that be in the game. It was kind of nice to have the old pictures, but still, Edith is dead. And what remains of Edith is her son. Wow. Her mother got sick. Edie, she ran away. I'm still trying to process everything. Like I'm legit sad. Like, Dawn died. She got sick. Edie, she just decided to run away. I don't know that she died as well. I don't know. We found out everybody's story except for Edie's father, which is Odin. And I don't think I have enough strength in me to find out what happened to him. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And also, don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell icon. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter at EddieBone01. And I will be playing Star Wars tomorrow. With that being said, deuces.